Hi guys, welcome to the second part of this Django video series. In case you haven't watched the part 1, I would recommend you to please watch part 1 first before watching part 2. And in this section, we are going to continue learning from Django documentation. We will follow the same thing. We will follow the Django documentation. We will try to stick with it. So let's follow it and using same kind of setup. One moment guys. So this goes to the left, this comes here. Okay, so we are exactly where we left in the last part. So in this tutorial we have moved to the database now. Okay, it's getting serious now. Now open my site settings.py, and we have to set the database. Well, there are different type of different database engines. There's SQLite, there is PostgreSQL, there's MySQL, there's Oracle, but we would go with SQLite because that's the easiest, and for tutorial that works well. In case you are using any other database, you have to follow this whole tutorial. This one, they've got the whole tutorial here because you have to create database and connect it with your Django. But the easiest thing is that use SQLite because we are only the beginner now. Set time zone to your time zone. What's my time zone? My time zone is Asia Kolkata. And I'll show you where we have specified the database. Say in database we have specified that we are going to use SQLite 3. This is the name of database. So because the database doesn't exist now, or it does actually, if in case it doesn't, it creates it. Now what? We have set the time zone. Fine, we have to do this thing then. We have to migrate the database. Python manage.py migrate. See what it did? It actually migrated some databases, the tables in all. You see that this error? You have 17 unapplied migrations. I don't think we will get that again. Yeah, we're not getting that anymore because all the migrations have been applied. The migrate command looks at the installed apps settings and creates any necessary database tables according to the database. Remember, the migrate command will only run migrations for apps in installed apps. So we have got, if in case we have got apps, but it's not in the installed apps here, it won't do any migration for that particular app. So we'll have to add that. We'll have to add our polls app here actually. So we will see how to do this. Probably they'll show it later. Creating models. In our poll app, we will create two models, questions and choice, a question engine. Okay, let's go to polls, models, and this time we won't copy, we will just write it. Django.db import models. So this is a class question. So this is default that we will have to do every time we create a table. This is a table basically. Question text. So this is the field name, question text, models dot character field, and max length is equal to 200. Fine. Publish date is equal to models dot date time field date published. Okay, we will see what does that mean, date published. Each model has number of class variable, each of which represents database field in the model. So these are the type of fields: character field, date, time field. There will be a few more we can read in the documentation. I guess this is just a human name for this field. So we don't, while we are interacting, or if any visitor is seeing our website, he doesn't see pub_date, he says date published. So I think that has to do with this. This is where we specify the human name of our field, and then class choice models dot model question is equal to models dot foreign key. Okay, this is where we specify foreign key. Question on delete is equal to models dot cascade. So basically what happens that whenever we delete any choice of the question, whenever we delete any question, it will delete all the choice inside that question. So basically, yeah, so it works other way around. It's not like when we delete choice, this on delete means that on delete of question delete choice. Yeah, on delete. So this question, this is actually setting the foreign key. So this will set whatever question we create, and the choices that we create in that, each choices created in that question, maybe if there are like 4 choices, all of those 4 choices will have same foreign key, and that foreign key will be primary key of question. Hope you guys understood it. Then choice text, I'm copying it here to save some time. Votes is equal to models dot integer field. Yeah, it has to be integer because we will do some maths with it. We will increase it, decrease it, and default is equal to 0, so it will start from 0. Then using foreign key, that tells Django each choice is related to a single question. Django supports all common database relations, many to many and many to one and all that. So we don't know about many to many now, so this is only many to one now. Activating models, create a database schema for Django Not sure how that works. That small bit of model gave Django a lot of information. Okay, so sorry, we don't have to do this. Django is doing it for us. Whether Django is able to create table to include the app in our project. Remember I was talking about that we need to include our app in the settings and install apps, otherwise it won't do any migration, any database migrations for us. So this is where we have to do it. Yeah. Now Django knows to include the Pulse app. Let's run another command. And this time it's not to migrate, this is to create migration. Make migrations Pulse. So this is creating migrations or database migrations for Pulse app. Create model question, create model choice, and this is initial migration. So what it did actually, this command make migration, it actually created a Python file which has got some, let me have a look into this. Yeah, this is the file it created. So good, isn't it, that it created many fields for us. See this ID, we didn't have to create ID. Like for example question, it knows that model set foreign key. Yeah, 2 is equal to Pulse dot question. So yeah, it's doing lots of things for us in the background. I think it's showing the same thing, that how we can see this code, sorry, that migration one. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is the SQL code for that one, that migration. So we don't need to look into that. See, Django is doing all of these things for us in the background. Now we will actually migrate it, because we have created the migration. Now we have to migrate it. Where is that? Yeah, Python manage.py migrate. Done. The migrate command takes all the migrations that haven't been applied. So we created migrations. There might be that we create 5 migrations or something, but we haven't migrated yet. Django or Python will only do database things only when we do migrate, when we actually run this command python.manage.py migrate. Until then it will be ready to do those changes, but not do it until we ask it to. Once you are in shell, explore the database API. Okay, this is a cool thing which which Django has got. This is Django's own terminal, own shell kind of thing. So let's open this one, Python manage.py shell. This is interactive console. It works same like Python. Python console, all the things we can do here. So we are actually going to do things as they ask us to. So from pulse.models, import choice and question. So in models we have got choice and questions. Fine. And questions objects dot all. I'm sorry, not questions, question. Yeah, it returned all the objects which are in there, but we haven't got anything currently in there. So let's import time zone from Django utilities. Time zone is needed because we have created that field called publish date, so we need time zone in there. So we are creating a variable called q, and in that we are creating this question. Let's close it actually, and then let's fill the fields. Question text is equal to what's new, and pub date is equal to, so this is where we use time zone which we imported, time zone dot now, time zone dot now. Oh, set got an unexpected keyword argument. Underscore text pub date is equal to time zone now. What's wrong with that? From Django let's actually copy and paste it and see if there is any typo. There isn't. From Django import time zone. Let's do it again. Have we imported this or not? Oh shit. Yeah, that's where we did that. Something wrong. Text. So we will have to exit the shell and Python manage.py make migrations again. Did you rename questionnaire text to? Yes. Okay. Wow. Actually renamed it for us. Now let's go to same thing again. Python manage.py shell. Copy this and copy this and copy this. Yeah, now we are not getting any error. So when we do q.save, Oh, I think we did not. We only created migration. We did not actually migrate it. Migrate. Yeah, now it's migrated. Because before this, until say that's the difference. We have created a migration, but Django won't know it until we actually migrate it. So we do go to shell again, paste the same thing till here. No, let's do it one by one. Don't want any more errors. Here and q.save. Yeah, save actually. Now this has been saved. So if we see id is 1, you know what is q? Q is this, a question that we created. If you want to see text, we can do q dot question text. Sorry, q dot question text. This is it. If you want to view the publication date, you can do q dot pub underscore date, and it's this. Yeah, showing the same thing. And if we actually see all the objects or all the columns in this question dot objects dot all, yeah, we've got 1. But this isn't helpful representation of this object, so we can fix it by actually doing this, so that when we actually find all the objects, it doesn't show like object 1 or 2 or 3. It shows the name of question. What was the question text? So for question it is text, and for choice it is choice text. You will leave other things as it is. If we do the same thing now, do we have to migrate again? Or maybe create migrations, make migrations, no changes. I'm not sure here. Ideally it should show the question text actually, but it's not showing. We will learn about it in a minute. Let's import again. And see all the objects in this model. Yeah, showing now. I think we had to restart the shell. So fine. Now let's add a custom method to this model, which finds whether this question was published recently by checking if the published date that we have specified here is more than or equal to timezone.now minus date time delta days is equal to 1. So I think it means that if it was published within 1 day, then this thing will come true. that was published recently. Let's edit. We'll probably come to know about this later on, that I think there is something wrong with this logic, but anyway, we will move forward. Oh yeah, don't forget to import the time zone in there, otherwise you won't be able to use this time zone dot now thing and time delta, etc. So because we have imported choice in questions already, and by doing this we get this one, we can even do filter. So filter where id is equal to 1. Cool. Or filter where question text starts with. Okay, this is a cool thing though. So basically this is the file, this is the field name, and double underscore starts with, you can say it's one of the function or something. So which actually looks, if we do an underscore twice, it does this, starts with starts with, let's do something else here now, maybe, oh sorry, maybe 2. See, it did not return anything because we haven't got any question which starts with number 2. So if we do starts with W, then we have got this. Or if we say starts with what, we have got this. Cool. So we can do these filters basically, that we will move forward. Well, this is one of the things we should actually read, that instead of doing ID, instead of writing ID here while doing filter or something, we can even say PK, which is primary key. So if we do filter PK, it still shows the same. If we do ID, shows the same. Yeah, it's the same thing, primary key or ID. If we do q dot, yeah, let's set it to a variable. Q is equal to this. Now q dot, so this will actually run this one, this function was published recently. Okay, we probably did not, we did some typo, was underscore published, I think it's all right. Why is that happening? Query set object has no attribute was published recently. No. Do we have to do something else? Oh, Probably I think that we have to import these. Might be, not sure. No. Do we have to get back and do it again? Exit. Make migrations. No changes. Nothing to migrate. But we can go back to shell again and try doing it again. Let's see what are we getting. Yeah, there is one. And let's see. Q is from here. No, date time is not defined, so we have to do this first. Invalid syntax. Why? Oh, there's. I do too many mistakes, guys. Date time is not defined. Oh, we need to define it in the models.py as well. Is it not going to take it? I think we'll have to restart again. Questions dot objects where primary key is 1. Okay, fine. This variable has got that. Yeah, finally we cracked it. Okay, we'll move on. Things are getting boring. Create 3 choices. So that's a way to search if there is any choice that we have put in there. So choice underscore set. So it's probably looking in this. In the question, whatever returned, in checking if there is any choice associated with this, with any question, with this question especially Q, because Q has got the one with primary key 1. So we can actually create one. Q dot choice underscore set. So it means create a choice for this question where primary key is 1 and create it with the choice text not much and votes is set to default 0. Okay, so that's what it returned because we have put this in here. Let's create another one. They say the sky. Just hacking again. Now if okay, understood. So that was we can create another one if we want. Instead of, we can say question, sorry, choice number 4, and we assign it to variable C. Fine. And then C dot question. Yeah, so basically this choice is associated with this question. That's what it's trying to say. And if we say Q dot choice underscore sets, it will return set of the choices in this question all. So these many choices that we have got. If we want to count it, we can even do that. Choice underscore set count 4. Yeah, we created one more extra. There are filters in question, double underscore, this is the field name, double underscore here. Yeah, these are the filters we can, like starts with, we can, there are many filters. I'm sure there'll be some more. We can go into there and look for it. Introducing the Django admin. So yeah, that's the Django administration. So all these models and all we'll be able to find in the Django admin. You will be able to create question or choices using the Django admin. So for that, let's first exit from Django cell and create an admin user manage.py, create super user. Now let's name it Kunalify, email address kunalify@gmail.com, password we can say Kunalify, because it is password, it's not being shown. This password is too similar to the username, is fine, we will keep it. So we can say yes. Super user has been created successfully. Now let's start the server again. Oh sorry, manage.py and run server. Fine. It says there is no migration in, all to apply, all fine. And we can actually go to admin. Let's go to this admin, Kunalify Canalify. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is not being shown yet. I'll have to do some tweakings in there. So to make the poll app modifiable by the admin or in the administration area, we need to register this in the admin. So we'll have to go to the polls and admin.py and register this admin.site.register this question. Yeah, if we do it now, what? All okay? No? Yeah, I always forget copying F. Yeah, should work fine now. Yeah, we can see this questions here. And we can even see that what we added previously. Now we can go to home. The same way, let's try adding Joyce. What was that model name? Joyce. Let's import it first, and let's copy and Joyce. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, not rocket science. Explore the free admin functionality. We can add question from here, add choices and all. See, this is home, this is app name, and this is table name. So this says we can even edit this. So what Django is doing it for us is that it is actually turning each field into editable field based on the type of field. So because it is a text field, it is turned into a text field, and because it is a date and this is time, so Django is very smart in doing that. Now, yeah, that's it for now. We can even change it to today. This is same, change it to now, save it, it works fine. Yeah, it's changed by this user. Cool, we didn't do much. We are able to do these many things without doing anything like very tough. We have only written only few lines of codes. Okay, so we will meet in the next tutorial, next video. Okay guys, bye.